which was actually on the watch list video. So if you guys are new with us, every day we write a watch list, and that's what you should start your morning with. Start your morning with a coffee and the watch list. If you're walking your dog, pull the watch list up on your phone, and you could see 3 to 5 new stocks. And what's great is you're gonna be able to learn from that because we talk about our lingo, why we're looking at these stocks, and they're really all stocks that could spike. That's why they're on that list. So they're good stocks to take note of. And with this play, OPTI, this was actually on our watch list last night, and we were looking for a dip buy, and even though it didn't happen in the morning when we were looking for it, if it was going to dip deep enough later on, we're still going to keep an eye on it. We always talk about it. If this stock shows the range like it did, this stock literally ran from power hour at 3 cents to open up today at 5 and then run to 6. So 100% from power hour, unbelievable. So if this stock is going to show us that it has that range, we're always going to keep our eye on it, especially when it's taking a big dip. So that's why we took advantage of this, and I'll let the boys dive in, and I'm gonna send over the thing now.
So me and Al are gonna break this down to you. Like Nick told you earlier, this was on our watch list. So for you guys that are brand new to us, there's a step-by-step process, but we're trying to set you up with the flow throughout the day. We give you a flow because what we're doing, the stocks are constantly changing, but we literally want to keep loading your gun with new ammo, which is these stocks. And the flow is, in the morning, you need to be looking at the watch list. Every single morning, you need to pull the watch list up. That's what it's created for. 4 or 5 stocks or more that are going to tell you what we're looking for and the best opportunity the next morning. Some of them just tell you what we were looking for because we were in them the day before, but most of them tell you what we're looking for the next day. And the next day just means usually 9:30 to like 11 or 12. So the morning consists of that, and then there's the afternoon, which consists of 2 to 4, and that's where the sniper scope pops up. So the watch list is the morning, the sniper scope is the afternoon, but we want to constantly load you guys up. That's the idea behind this. And OPTI was on the morning watch list, and Nick actually does a YouTube video every Tuesday, and it was on there too. Before we go into it, we always want to identify what kind of play it is. So we dive in, we look at the 1-year chart, and we see this stock has had an amazing track record in the past. I mean, it doesn't have too many follow-up days, to tell you the truth, but these 3 days just show you that it can run. I mean, other than that, it hasn't had too many crazy follow-up days. But good to see. So when this day happened on Tuesday, yesterday, we were interested. Now, when the stock really started to get out of hand, we were no longer interested. Because if you look at the news, and a good tip to take if you didn't know this, and if you're new with us, we do not recommend anybody at all. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I was clicking in on your thing. So we don't recommend anybody at all to bet on earnings and look exactly at their news. It tells you that they're coming out with earnings tomorrow. So this stock was anticipating the earnings were going to be good. Stock was spiking. We don't know what's going to happen. You honestly never know what's going to happen. If you would have woke up tomorrow and the stock had bad earnings, this thing would have gapped down really big, especially the way it spiked. So we never say bet on earnings. So that's why we didn't buy this first green day. But this was a first green day. That's one of the stock snipers patterns. We have one pattern you see there. Very, very nice. But then it turns into another pattern. So we only play patterns, not stocks. Remember that. OPTI is a stock we played in the past, but we played it because it matched up to one of our patterns. And that pattern is a panic dip buy. And now I'm going to show you how that played out. It actually played out in this day right here that's red. So Tuesday, huge green day, close at highs. Now let's dive into the day to show you what happened. Wow. So amazing. This is literally amazing. I mean,
That's why we love these stocks.
This is why we love the stocks. Congrats to a lot of the people in the chat that took this. You guys took the risk of earnings. Honestly, it worked out in your favor.
These stocks, honestly, they pump that shit up. Like when you see this one holding big.
Yeah, look at the next morning. It's pretty funny. They say it's over 600%. I mean,
people knew that was gonna happen. There was a reason why that's pumped up.
Yeah, it's a lot of fugazi going on in this stuff, but at the same time, we're all about taking our patterns and taking what we know works. So that's all we're doing. But here is a first green day, and it's a closed green first. I mean, it's a strong first green day. So if you did take the first green day, you got rewarded heavily. But that's not the play we played. So when that first green day happened, and we got to live through this, I don't even know what it was, like 10 minutes. We were a little upset at ourselves. 7 minutes. Because the stock literally skyrocketed 100%, 7 minutes. We watched the whole thing. We watched it since yesterday. You get a little upset. But you also have to realize everything that goes up has to come down. And I think we noted we said it right around here. We're looking for a big panic OPTI today. In the watch list, it was all the way down to 4.2, but that was only because we thought it was going to gap down. Or 3.2. But that was because we thought it was going to gap down instantly. So that wasn't really in the play anymore. But look what happens here. Throughout the day, this stock shows you how weak these OTC penny stocks really are. And if you are in them and you didn't take this bag, this needs to be your lesson. Whenever you're up more than 20%, 25%, you need to take that bag.
Yeah.
Because when the sellers come in, they usually come in pretty hard. And that's what happened here. The stock literally went from 646 all the way down to 4.3. And that was when we start to get interested in that area. So let me zoom out slightly just to give you guys the full view of it. Holy shit. That is crazy. This stock literally disappeared. So this is when we get interested in it. We look at it. It's around 11 o'clock. Midday's not what we like, but we also know panic dip buys happen midday because sellers want to take over and the volume's a lot drier. So boom, boom, a level out of 3.7 and then a fallout. And this is really when we're interested. We actually had a limit set at 3.23. So at this point, when we're at 3.7, the limit's already set at 3.23. So we're saying if it really falls out one more time, we would take 3.23. I know. I don't even know how I got to that. It said
really got the last spot.
It said we would take 3.23 and we'll use 3 as cut. And honestly, we didn't pick 3.23. We just slid our marker down and it landed at 3.23. I mean, we were looking for 3.2, but 3.23 luckily we got because he slid the marker down. You're at 3.2, and look at this thing. It literally, I mean, I don't like to be too cocky, but you're almost getting one of the best fills out of the whole dip buy. And then now we'll go over the video. So here we go. We got a live shot. We're already in the stock, as you guys can see. Al's gonna break down the full video of it. It looks like this is the ticket took us.
We're in. So mind you, the stock was up almost 100% in the morning.
Right
and
here.
Now it's almost noon. It's not even noon yet, and the stock is down 5%. It was up almost 100% in the morning. So that's ridiculous. Big, over 50% retracement. We love the spot, 3.2 with the 3 cut. Thankfully, it got right there to the spot. It was already bouncing. 3.3 was already up. And now, look, we're already back up to 3.4. So, I mean, we didn't know how quick this was going to bounce, but we wanted it to get there quickly, you know. So we had the order in, as you can see right here, you know, at 3.81. And that was the goal. It was around 4 cents. Ideally, we think this could get back. I mean, look at VWAP. It's above 4.5. VWAP is at like 4.7. So from here, that's like 20% from even where it's at right now. So look, and now it's actually trying to come back and get a little pressure. But we knew we're in at such a good spot at 3.23 that, you know,
we're really never down.
That is the bottom. We know that if we're in at the bottom, that is the bottom. So we're hoping at this point, at this very moment right here, when it's coming back down here, when we're in the stock, that it holds the spot. And if it does, that's a very, very good sign that it's going to bounce and go higher from there. So perfect.
It had 3 cents support yesterday too.
Yeah, and yesterday
That was our
really
class.
solid. And really at this point, how much further can it go down?
Yeah.
It starts to marinate here. Like, all right,
What the fuck?
maybe it can go. If it did happen, go down to 3.11 for a minute, like it's gonna bounce, you know.
We went 70%
And we
to red, 7%.
didn't even take the whole move on this bounce, and it was slow. It took a whole
It took
hour
a long time.
for your 20%, 30%.
Keep the play going. Keep it going.
So here's the bounce.
Yeah, so as you can see, there's nothing too crazy, but it is bouncing, and we're up, you know, and we're watching level 2s the whole time.
That
And
dip held nicely too.
one thing I do want to say, that coming up, one of the reasons why I didn't really get our full potential is because look at the volume. You see it there on the chart, the gray bars. Look at the volume in the since we bought it compared to the morning volume where it was spiking like crazy right away in the morning. Look at the volume; it's not even close to that at all, nowhere close. So at this point, we're happy with it at 365. Boom, sold it right there.
That's
And
$5.
at that point,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
it was hanging around there for at least 5 to 10 minutes at that level. So we got our 13%. We wanted a little bit more. We wanted 375, 38, 39, and it didn't happen in 30 minutes. So it's midday. We don't love to trade midday. So if we get our 15%, 30%,
It was like 29 minutes, around 30 minutes.
it's we'll take it. So that was nice just to get going in October.
It did go to a spot that we thought.
But it's all good.
Yeah, look at that now, yeah. So
It did.
If you want to bag it.
Exactly, dude. That's what it was. Good shit, boys.
yep. So that's a solid
And look
solid
at that
play.
second test at the bottom. That was nice that it held like Alex and.
Yeah, and that's the key. When you see that we were feeling good about that because we're like, all right, here we go. See if it can double bottom. And when it does, there's such a good chance that it's not going to retest that again. And that's going to still hang out support. And then after that, the support that was after that was 3.5 right here. So once it double bottomed, got above 3.5 and then held above 3.5. So we were watching level 2s and it was pretty solid. Buyers were holding up, and it tried to push. And at this point, we're like, all right, let's go. We wanted this to happen about 20 minutes earlier and make that move right here. Didn't happen. It is what it is. We still got 13% on this. Really sick opportunity and great spot in under 30 minutes. Just phenomenal opportunity.
Yeah, with dip buys,
patience.
don't give them too long. Take the bag, especially 13, 15%. We actually just had a meeting, and we were just talking to someone, and they were having a hard time growing their account. So if you're at the beginning of your times, don't be upset if you're not growing the account too much right now. But the big wins, the 13, 15%, 20% wins, those are what grow your account. That's really what you want to look for. And then when you're going to one day catch a 40% win out of that, and that's really going to excel your account. But you want to just be looking for 15 to 20% almost every time you get into these trades. So great play there.
But not amazing bounce like you've seen way better dip buys and panic and bounce. But this is still a great opportunity when you notice and you've had enough patience to let it actually get down to that level. There's a good opportunity there. So
I mean, look where it closed. It came all the way back down. So don't fuck around with these.
Yep.